There is a room you have never seen. Not on earth. In heaven. A room that no human eye has ever looked upon. A room so sacred that only the highest angels are allowed to enter. A room that has been waiting for you since the day you were born. A room that contains the proof of every pain you have ever suffered. In this room, there are shelves. Thousands of shelves. Millions. Billions. Each shelf stretches as far as the eye can see. Each shelf is made of light. Each shelf holds bottles. Not bottles made of glass. Not bottles made of clay. Not bottles made of metal. Bottles made of light. Transparent. Glowing. Alive. Pulsing with energy. Each bottle has a name. Not the name your parents gave you. The name heaven knows you by. The name spoken over you before the foundation of the earth. On one of those shelves, there is a bottle with your name on it. Your true name. The name that angels whisper. The name that demons fear. The name that contains your entire purpose in a single sound. Inside that bottle, tears. Your tears. Every tear you have ever cried. Every tear you hid from the world. Every tear you wiped away before anyone could see. Every tear you swallowed so no one would hear you sob. Every tear you cried into your pillow at night. Every tear you shed in the bathroom at work. Every tear that fell while you were driving alone. Every tear you thought no one saw. Every tear you were ashamed of. Every tear you tried to forget. Every tear you buried deep inside. They are all there. Collected. Preserved. Sealed. Guarded. Watched. Not one was lost. Not one was forgotten. Not one fell to the ground without being caught. Not one evaporated into the air without being seen. Not one was too small to matter. Not one was too insignificant to notice. Not one was wasted. Archangel Michael is the keeper of this room. He has been watching over your bottle since the day you were born. He has seen every tear fall. He has caught every single one before it hit the ground. He has placed each one carefully into your bottle. Each tear labeled with a date, a time, a place, a name, the name of the person who caused that tear, the words they spoke, the action they took. Your bottle is almost full. Not because you cry too much. Because you have been hurt too much. Betrayed too many times. Disappointed too often. Misunderstood for too long. Abandoned by too many. Rejected too many times. Ignored when you needed to be seen. Silenced when you needed to speak. And today, Archangel Michael received an order. An order from the throne of God. An order that has only been given 7 times in all of human history. Bring the bottle. Open the seal. Release the justice. Chosen one, listen carefully. God saw every tear they made you cry. He saw the ones you cried in secret. He saw the ones you cried in silence. He saw the ones you thought no one noticed. He saw the ones you were ashamed of. He saw the ones you tried to hide. He saw the ones you pretended never happened. He saw every single one. And he kept every single one. Not as a memory. Not as a reminder. As evidence. As testimony. As a weapon. The evidence is complete. The testimony is sealed. The weapon is loaded. Judgment is here. 10 seconds. 9 to 8, 7 to 6, 5 to 4, 3 to 2, 1. Type God saw every tear in the comments right now. Seal your position. Subscribe to Divine Seal. The bottle is opening. Part 2, the tears no one saw. Chosen one, let me remind you of something. Not to hurt you. To show you that you were never alone. To show you that someone was watching. To show you that your pain was not invisible. To show you that your tears did not fall into emptiness. Do you remember that night? You know which one I mean. The night you curled up in your bed. The night you buried your face in your pillow so no one would hear. The night you cried until your eyes burned. The night you thought you would never stop. The night you wished the ground would open up and swallow you. The night you wondered if anyone would even notice if you disappeared. The night you felt completely and utterly alone. No one saw it. No one knows about it. No one has ever mentioned it. You have never told anyone. You carried that night alone. You carried that pain alone. You carried those tears alone. But God saw it. Archangel Michael was in that room. He stood at the foot of your bed. He watched every tear fall from your eyes. He caught every single one before it hit your pillow. He placed them in your bottle. He labeled each one with that date. That night is recorded in heaven. Do you remember that day? The day someone said those words. The words that changed everything. The words that broke you. The words that made you feel so small. The words that you have replayed in your mind 1,000 times. The words that you cannot forget no matter how hard you try. The words that echo in your head when you are trying to sleep. You smiled. You said you were fine. You said it did not bother you. You said you understood. You said they were probably right. You said maybe you were being too sensitive. You waited until you were alone. You closed the door. You leaned against the wall. And then the tears came. Not one. Not two. A flood. A river. An ocean. A waterfall. No one saw it. No one knows about it. No one saw your smile crack. No one saw your heart break. No one saw you fall apart. No one saw you collapse on the floor. No one saw you gasp for air. But God saw it. Archangel Michael was there. He stood beside you. He watched every tear fall. He caught every single one. He placed them in your bottle. He labeled each one with that day. With those words. With that name. Do you remember that disappointment? The moment everything collapsed. The plan you had built for years crumbled in seconds. The future you had imagined disappeared like smoke. The dream you had nurtured died in front of your eyes. The hope you had held onto slipped through your fingers. The promise that was made to you was broken. You did not cry immediately. You sat frozen. Numb. Shocked. Disbelieving. Your mind could not process what had just happened. Your heart could not accept what had just occurred. And then the tears came. Tears of rage. Tears of injustice. Tears of grief. Tears of confusion. Tears of exhaustion. Tears that felt like they would never stop. No one saw it. No one knows about it. No one saw your world fall apart. No one saw you pick up the pieces alone. No one saw you try to rebuild. No one saw you fall again. No one saw you get back up. But God saw it. Archangel Michael was there. He watched every tear fall. He caught every single one. He placed them in your bottle. He labeled each one with that disappointment. With that loss. With that pain. Chosen one, here is the truth the enemy does not want you to know. Every tear you have ever cried has been collected. Not one fell to the ground without being caught. Not one dried on your cheek without being seen. Not one evaporated into the air without being counted. Not one was too small to matter. Not one was too insignificant to notice. Not one was wasted. Not one was forgotten. Not one was lost. They are all there. In a bottle. With your name on it. Guarded by angels. Watched over by Archangel Michael. Sitting near the throne of God. Waiting for the moment when heaven would say enough. That moment is now. The tears you thought were invisible were seen. The pain you thought was hidden was recorded. The injustice you thought would never be addressed has been noticed. The wounds you thought would never heal have been tended. The prayers you thought were ignored have been heard. And today, the bottle is opening. Part 3. The 12 Tears Heaven Recorded. Chosen one, God did not just see tears. He saw every type of tear. He distinguished between them. He recorded each category. He knows exactly what you went through. He knows exactly who caused each tear. He knows exactly when it happened. He knows exactly what was said. Here are 12 types of tears that heaven recorded. Recognize yours. Acknowledge yours. Receive the validation that your pain has been seen. 1. Tears of betrayal. The person you loved turned overnight. The one you protected stabbed you in the back. The one you defended betrayed your trust. The one you trusted with your deepest secrets used them against you. The one you thought would never hurt you the most. The one you believed in proved to be a liar. The one you stood up for knocked you down. God saw those tears. God kept those tears. God remembers those tears. 2. Tears of the morning. The ones you cried before the sun rose. Before your family woke up. Before you had to put on your "I am fine" mask. Before you had to face the world. Before you had to pretend. Before you had to perform. Before you had to smile. Before you had to say good morning, like nothing was wrong. In the quiet darkness when no one else was awake. When the house was silent. When you were completely alone with your pain. God saw those tears. God kept those tears. God remembers those tears. 3. Tears of exhaustion. The ones you cried when you were too tired to continue. When your body said stop, but life said keep going. When you had nothing left to give, but they kept asking for more. When you wanted to quit, but you could not. When you wanted to rest, but there was no time. When you wanted to collapse, but you had to stand. When you wanted to sleep, but your mind would not stop racing. God saw those tears. God kept those tears. God remembers those tears. 4. Tears of invisibility. The ones you cried when no one noticed you were gone. When no one asked, are you okay? When no one checked on you. When you realized you were giving everything and no one saw anything. When you felt like a ghost in your own life. When you walked into a room and no one looked up. When you spoke and no one listened. When you needed help and no one came. God saw those tears. God kept those tears. God remembers those tears. 5. Tears of humiliation. The ones you cried after being humiliated in front of others. After your weaknesses were exposed. After they laughed at you. After they made you feel small. After they used your pain for entertainment. After they told your secrets to people who did not need to know. After they mocked you for caring. After they ridiculed you for trying. God saw those tears. God kept those tears. God remembers those tears. 6. Tears of breakup. The ones you cried when the relationship died. When the marriage collapsed. When the friendship shattered. When the family divided. When the person you thought would always be there walked away. When they chose someone else. When they decided you were not worth fighting for. When they left without looking back. When they took your heart with them. God saw those tears. God kept those tears. God remembers those tears. 7. Tears of failure. The ones you cried when you failed. When you did not succeed. When you disappointed those who counted on you. When you let yourself down. When you tried your best and it was not enough. When you gave everything and still fell short. When you studied but failed the test. When you worked hard but lost the job. When you loved deeply but were rejected. God saw those tears. God kept those tears. God remembers those tears. 8. Tears of grief. The ones you cried at a grave. The tears that could not bring back the one you lost. The tears that felt so heavy. The tears that would not stop. The tears that came in waves for months and years. The tears that surprised you when you least expected them. The tears that fell when you saw a photo, heard a song, smelled a familiar scent. God saw those tears. God kept those tears. God remembers those tears. 9. Tears of injustice. The ones you cried when the wicked won. When the liars were believed. When the innocent suffered. When the guilty walked free. When the system failed you. When no one would listen. When no one would help. When those in power abused their authority. When the truth was buried under lies. God saw those tears. God kept those tears. God remembers those tears. 10. Tears of fear. The ones you cried in the dark. When the future was unclear. When money was short. When health was failing. When you did not know how you would survive. When you were afraid of what was coming. When you lay awake wondering if things would ever get better. When you were terrified of losing what you had. When you were scared of being alone. God saw those tears. God kept those tears. God remembers those tears. 11. Tears of rejection. The ones you cried when they said, "You are not enough. You do not belong. You are not welcome. We do not want you here. There is no place for you. You are too much. You are not enough. You will never fit in. You will never be accepted." God saw those tears. God kept those tears. God remembers those tears. 12. Tears of silence. The ones no one ever heard. The ones you cried without making a sound. The ones you kept hidden in the deepest part of your heart. The ones you thought would die with you. The ones you never told anyone about. The ones you were too ashamed to admit. The ones you tried to forget. The ones that still wake you up at night. God saw those tears. God kept those tears. God remembers those tears. Chosen one, God saw every tear. Not one escaped his eyes. Not one was forgotten. Not one was too small. Not one was too insignificant. Not one was too shameful. Not one was too painful for him to look at. Not one was wasted. Not one was lost. Not one was ignored. They are all in the bottle, with your name on it, waiting for the moment when heaven would say enough. That moment is now. Part 4, the collection system. Chosen one, I need to reveal something heaven has kept secret for millennia. A system. A divine system of tear collection. Most people have no idea this exists. Most people think their tears disappear. Most people think no one sees. Most people think their pain is invisible. They are wrong. Archangel Michael took me to the room. Not on earth. In heaven. A room larger than any cathedral. Larger than any stadium. Larger than any city. The walls were made of light. The floor was transparent like crystal. The ceiling was alive, moving, breathing. The air was thick with the presence of God. On the walls, shelves. Thousands of shelves. Millions. Billions. Each shelf stretched farther than I could see. Each shelf was made of gold and light. Each shelf held bottles. Bottles of every size. Some small, nearly empty. Some huge, overflowing. Some glowing brightly. Some dim. Some new. Some ancient. Some cracked. Some sealed tightly. Archangel Michael pointed to a section of shelves. He said, that section is for souls born in your generation. Thousands of bottles. Each one representing a life. Each one containing tears. Each one telling a story. Then he pointed to a specific bottle on that shelf. The bottle was glowing. Brighter than the others. Fuller than the others. The light coming from it was warm. It pulsed like a heartbeat. It hummed with energy. It was impossible to ignore. He said, that bottle is yours. I walked closer. I could see inside the bottle. Not with my physical eyes. With my spirit. Inside the bottle, there were tears. Hundreds of tears. Thousands. Too many to count. Each tear was a tiny droplet of light. Each tear was different. Some were dark, heavy with pain. Some were bright, shining with unresolved grief. Some were still, patient. Some were agitated, still fresh. Some were small. Some were large. Some were almost invisible. Each tear was labeled. A date. A time. A place. A name. The name of the person who caused that tear. The words they spoke. The action they took. The betrayal they committed. The wound they inflicted. Archangel Michael said, every tear has been recorded. Every source has been identified. Every perpetrator has been named. Nothing has been missed. Nothing has been forgotten. Nothing has been lost. Nothing has been overlooked. Nothing has been ignored. Every single tear is accounted for. Then he pointed to the top of the bottle. A seal. A glowing seal. The seal was made of light and fire. The seal had the name of God written on it. The seal had been placed there before the foundation of the earth. The seal was cracked. Not broken completely. Cracked. Light was leaking out. Power was leaking out. Justice was leaking out. He said, the seal broke 3 days ago. The bottle has been opened since then. The judgment has already begun. Not loudly. Not visibly. But it has begun. The first tears have been released. The first waves of justice are already moving. I asked him, what happens now? He took the bottle off the shelf. He held it in his hands. The bottle was warm. Almost hot. It vibrated with energy. It pulsed like a heartbeat. He said, now the tears are released. Not back onto you. Onto them. Every tear they made you cry will become a tear they cry. Every sleepless night they gave you will become a sleepless night for them. Every moment of pain they caused will become a moment of pain for them. Every word they spoke against you will return to them. Every plan they made to hurt you will backfire. Every prayer they ignored will be answered in ways they did not expect. Every curse they spoke will become a blessing for you and a curse for them. Chosen one, this is not revenge. This is justice. The same law that governs the universe. What you sow, you reap. They sowed tears. They will reap tears. They sowed pain. They will reap pain. They sowed cruelty. They will reap consequence. They sowed injustice. They will reap justice. The bottle is open. The tears are being released. Not by your hand. By heaven's hand. Not by your timing. By God's timing. Not by your strength. By His power. Archangel Michael is holding the bottle. The angels are watching. The Father has given the order. Justice is here. Part 5. What your tears purchased. Chosen one, here is something most people do not understand. Your tears are not just emotions. They are not just reactions. They are not just biological responses to pain. They are transactions. Spiritual transactions. Every tear purchased something in the kingdom of heaven. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was lost. Nothing was meaningless. Every tear had value. Every tear had purpose. Every tear bought something. Archangel Michael revealed what your tears purchased. What they bought. What they paid for. What they invested in. What they acquired. 1. Healing. Every tear of undeserved pain purchased a piece of your healing. The nights of crying accumulated healing. The hours of weeping bought restoration. The moments of sobbing paid for wholeness. The years of suffering invested in your deliverance. Now the healing is being released. Not slowly. Suddenly. The wounds that would not close are closing. The pain that would not fade is fading. The memories that haunted you are losing their power. The scars that reminded you of what they did are becoming testimonies of what God did. 2. Justice. Every tear of injustice purchased justice. The accounts are now balanced. What was taken will be returned. What was broken will be repaired. What was stolen will be restored. What was damaged will be fixed. What was twisted will be straightened. What was hidden will be exposed. Not because you fought for it. Because your tears paid for it. Your tears were the currency. Justice is the purchase. 3. Provision. Every tear of financial fear purchased provision. Your worries about money opened doors in heaven. Your sleepless nights calculating bills bought supernatural supply. Your tears over lack purchased abundance. Your anxiety about the future bought security. Your fear of not having enough bought more than enough. Those doors are opening now. Not because you earned it. Because your tears paid for it. 4. Restoration. Every tear of broken relationship purchased restoration. Not necessarily the same relationship. Something better. Something you never imagined. Someone you did not expect. A connection that will not break. A love that will not fail. A friendship that will not betray. The years you lost will be redeemed. The love you were denied will be returned. The companionship you longed for will arrive. 5. Wisdom. Every tear of mistake and regret purchased wisdom. You will not make the same mistakes again. You will not fall into the same traps. You will recognize the same patterns before they destroy you. You will see what you could not see before. You will understand what confused you before. You will know what you did not know before. The tears paid for your maturity. The pain purchased your discernment. The regret bought your wisdom. 6. Strength. Every tear of exhaustion purchased strength. You are stronger now. Not because you hardened yourself. Because you were tempered. Like metal in fire. Like steel being forged. The pressure did not break you. It made you. The heat did not destroy you. It shaped you. The tears did not weaken you. They strengthened you. You can endure more now. You can handle more now. You can survive more now. The tears made you who you are. 7. Assignment. Every tear of confusion and misunderstanding purchased your assignment. The tears you cried when no one understood you bought clarity. The tears you shed when you felt lost bought direction. The tears that fell when you did not know your purpose bought revelation. You will finally know why you are here. What you were born to do. who you are meant to be. The door that has been closed will open. The path that has been hidden will appear. The purpose that has been buried will rise. The tears paid for this knowledge. Chosen one, your tears were not wasted. They were invested. They purchased things in the kingdom of heaven. They bought healing, justice, provision, restoration, wisdom, strength, assignment. These 7 things are being returned to you now, not because you deserve them, because your tears purchased them. They are not a gift. They are not charity. They are not luck. They are a purchase. Your tears were the currency, and the transaction is complete. Archangel Michael says, the waiting period is over. The tears have spoken. Heaven is answering. Justice is here. Restoration is here. Healing is here. Part 6. The 6 things you must stop doing. Chosen one, you have been carrying your grief like a coat. You have worn it so long you forgot you could take it off. You have worn it in summer and winter. You have worn it awake and asleep. You have worn it through joy and sorrow. You have worn it until it became part of you. You have worn it until you forgot what it felt like to be without it. This coat is too heavy, too hot, too tight. It no longer protects you. It suffocates you. It no longer comforts you. It crushes you. It no longer serves you. It destroys you. Archangel Michael says, stop these 6 things. Immediately. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel ready. Today. Not when you are stronger. Now. Not when you have more time. This moment. 1. Stop suppressing your tears. You learned not to cry. To swallow your tears. To wait until you are alone. To smother your sobs. To cry silently so no one would hear. To hold it in until you could not hold it anymore. To pretend you are not hurting. To pretend you are not sad. To pretend you are not in pain. Enough. Your tears have value. They are not weakness. They are not shameful. They are not something to hide. They are not something to be ashamed of. Cry when you need to cry. Do not hold back. Your tears are heard. Your tears are seen. Your tears are kept. 2. Stop minimizing your pain. You said, it is not that bad, 1,000 times when it was that bad. You smiled when you wanted to scream. You said, I am fine when you were not fine. You pretended you were okay when you were falling apart. You told yourself others had it worse. You told yourself to get over it. You told yourself it was no big deal. You told yourself you were being dramatic. Stop. Your pain is real. It deserves to be acknowledged. It deserves to be seen. It deserves to be healed. It deserves to be addressed. It deserves to be validated. 3. Stop protecting those who hurt you. You made excuses for their actions. You minimized their cruelty. You said they did not know what they were doing, when they knew exactly what they were doing. You said they are going through a hard time, while you suffered. You said they did not mean it, when they meant every word. You said they will change when they never did. Stop. Let them carry the weight of their own choices. Their actions are not your responsibility. Their healing is not your job. Their guilt is not yours to carry. Their consequences are not yours to bear. 4. Stop comparing your pain to others. You said, others have it worse, to make yourself feel better. You said, at least I am not like them, to diminish your own suffering. You said, I should be grateful, to silence your own pain. You said it could be worse, to minimize your own wounds. Stop. Your pain is your pain. It is valid. It matters. It was seen. It was recorded. It was kept. It was collected. It was counted. Comparing your wound to someone else's wound does not heal yours. It just keeps you bleeding. 5. Stop pretending everything is okay. You put on a mask. A mask of joy. A mask of strength. A mask of everything is fine. A mask that fools everyone. A mask that hides the tears. A mask that hides the pain. A mask that hides the exhaustion. A mask that hides the fear. But it does not fool heaven. It does not fool Archangel Michael. It does not fool God. Take it off. The angels already know the truth. You are fooling no one. You are only exhausting yourself. You are only delaying your healing. You are only prolonging your pain. 6. Stop waiting for apologies from those who hurt you. Some people will never apologize. They are not capable. Their pride will not let them. Their ego will not allow it. Their blindness prevents it. Their selfishness consumes them. Their denial protects them. Their excuses satisfy them. Waiting for their apology is keeping you in prison. Their apology is not the key to your freedom. God is. Forgiving them does not require their apology. Healing does not require their remorse. Healing does not require their remorse. Moving on does not require their acknowledgement. Stop waiting. God is handling the justice. You do not need their regret to heal. You do not need their remorse to move on. You do not need their acknowledgement to be free. Archangel Michael says, "These 6 things are chains. I am cutting them today. You are free. The chains are broken. The prison is open. The door is unlocked. Walk out." Part 7. The 3 signs that judgment has started. Chosen one, heaven knows you need proof. You have been disappointed too many times. You have hoped too many times. You have believed God will handle it too many times while nothing changed. You have waited for justice that never seemed to come. You have wondered if anyone was really listening. You have questioned if your tears really mattered. You have doubted if anyone truly saw. Archangel Michael gives you 3 signs that your tears have been avenged. That judgment has started. That the bottle is open. That justice is moving. Sign 1. Within 24 hours. You will feel a sudden lightness. A weight you have been carrying for years will lift from your shoulders. You will not know why. You will not be able to explain it. You will not be able to predict it. But you will feel it. The knot in your stomach will loosen. The tightness in your chest will release. The heaviness in your heart will lighten. The anger you have been holding will begin to fade. The bitterness that has been poisoning you will start to dissolve. The resentment that has been weighing you down will begin to lift. Archangel Michael says, "This is the weight of injustice leaving you. The anger you carried for them is returning to them. The burden you bore is being transferred. The pain you held is being released. You were never meant to carry their sin. Now you do not have to." Sign 2. Within 48 hours. One of the people who made you cry will experience a sudden setback. Not a tragedy. A setback. Something unexpected. Something unexplained. Something that makes them pause. Something that disrupts their plans. Something that interrupts their comfort. Something that shakes their confidence. Something that humbles their pride. A call they did not want to receive. A door that suddenly closes. A plan that unexpectedly fails. A relationship that unexpectedly cracks. Do not celebrate their pain. Do not dance on their grave. Do not rejoice in their suffering. But recognize it. This is not random. This is not bad luck. This is not coincidence. This is the first crack in the wall they built. This is the first tear returning to them. Archangel Michael says, "The first tear they made you cry has returned to them. The first wave of justice has arrived." Do not gloat. Do not rejoice in their suffering. Simply observe. And know that heaven is moving. And know that justice is real. Sign 3. Within 72 hours. You will hear news of an unexpected blessing. Something you did not ask for. Something you did not earn. Something you did not expect. Something that arrives suddenly. A check in the mail. A gift from someone. An opportunity that appears out of nowhere. A problem that suddenly resolves itself. A relationship that unexpectedly heals. A door that suddenly opens. A provision that unexpectedly arrives. Archangel Michael says, "This is the first payment. What your tears purchased is being delivered. The first installment of your restoration has arrived. Do not question it. Do not reject it. Do not try to explain it away. Do not say it is coincidence. Do not say it is luck. Receive it. It is yours. It was purchased by your tears. It was bought by your pain. It was paid for by your suffering." When you see these 3 signs, do not announce them loudly. Do not post about them on social media. Do not call everyone you know. Do not try to prove to others that you were right. Do not seek validation from people who doubted you. Just say thank you. Quietly. Sincerely, secretly, intimately. Say, I see your signs, Lord. I recognize your justice. I receive what my tears purchased. I trust your timing. I rest in your judgment. I believe in your goodness. I wait for your fullness. Your gratitude accelerates the process. Your doubt slows it down. Your silence protects it. Your faith activates it. Part 8. What you must do now. Chosen one, the time has come. The bottle is open. The tears have spoken. Justice is here. The seals are broken. The angels are moving. Archangel Michael is waiting. Heaven is watching. God is acting. Here is what you do right now. Action 1. Comment. Type in the comments, God saw every tear. God kept every one. Justice is here. Not I hope. Not I want to believe. Not I am trying to trust. Not I wish. Justice is here. Present tense. Already happening. Already moving. Already working. Already active. Already present. Declare it. Seal it. Let heaven know that you know. Your comment is not just words. It is a spiritual ACT. It is an agreement with heaven. It is a declaration of faith. It is a weapon against the enemy. It is a testimony to the angels. It is a record in the heavenly courts. Angels record it. The enemy hears it. Heaven acknowledges it. God honors it. Do it now. Not later. Now. Not when you finish reading. Now. Not when you feel ready. Now. Action 2. Share. Share this message with one person who has cried in secret. Someone who carries pain no one knows about. Someone who has been hurt and has never told anyone. Someone who is still waiting for justice. Someone who needs to know that their tears are seen. Someone who needs to know that they are not alone. Someone who needs to know that someone is fighting for them. When you share, you are not just helping them. You are multiplying your own healing. You are sending out a signal. You are calling in your own deliverance. You are planting seeds of justice that will grow into harvest for you. Archangel Michael says, what you give, heaven multiplies. This law applies to tears as well. When you comfort another, your own comfort multiplies. When you validate another's pain, your own healing accelerates. When you fight for another's justice, your own justice comes faster. Action 3. Subscribe and turn on the bell. This is not a one-time message. More revelations are coming. The next message reveals exactly who will pay for your tears. And when. Not generalities. Not vague promises. Not empty words. Names. Dates. Circumstances. Specifics. Details. If you are not subscribed, if you have not activated the notification bell, you will miss it. The algorithm will hide it. The next message will not reach you. You will never know what was said. You will never know who paid. You will never know when. You will be left wondering. You will be left waiting. You will be left in the dark. Do not miss it. Your tears deserve to be acknowledged. Your pain deserves to be addressed. Your justice deserves to be witnessed. Your healing deserves to be celebrated. Action 4. No money requested. Instead, share your testimony. Not money. Not seed. Not donation. Not offering. Your story. Your testimony. Your healing. Your freedom. Your justice. Your restoration. Someone out there is still where you used to be. Still crying the tears you used to cry. Still carrying the weight you used to carry. Still believing the lies you used to believe. Still waiting for justice like you used to wait. Still hoping for healing like you used to hope. Still wondering if anyone sees. Your testimony is not just for you. It is for them. Your story is not just your story. It is their map. Your healing is not just your healing. It is their hope. Your freedom is not just your freedom. It is their invitation. When you share what God has done, you are not just celebrating. You are rescuing. Your words become a lifeline. Your healing becomes a blueprint. Your freedom becomes a door. Your justice becomes a promise. Your testimony becomes a prophecy for someone else's life. Archangel Michael says, What you have received freely, give freely. Your testimony is the key to someone else's cage. Do not keep it to yourself. Do not hide what God has done. Do not be silent about your healing. Share it. And watch what heaven does with your obedience. Part 9. The Activation Prayer. Before we close, pray together. This is not a ritual. This is activation. This is not religious performance. This is spiritual reality. This is not empty words. This is heavenly declaration. Put your hand on your chest. Right now. Feel your heartbeat. That is not just a muscle pumping blood. That is your spirit. Your soul. The part of you that has always known the truth. The part of you that never stopped believing. The part of you that kept hoping when there was no reason to hope. Pray these words out loud. Do not just read them. Speak them. Let your voice carry them into the spiritual realm. Let your words rise to the throne of God. Let your declaration be heard in heaven. Father, I thank you. You saw my tears. Not just the ones others saw. My tears. The tears I cried when no one was watching. The tears I hid under my pillow. The tears I wiped away before leaving my room. The tears I swallowed so no one would hear. The tears I cried in the bathroom at work. The tears I shed in my car alone. The tears I thought no one would ever see. You saw them. You kept them. You did not forget them. Today, I am not crying anymore. Today, I am receiving. The justice my tears purchased. The healing my tears paid for. The provision my tears sowed. The restoration my tears bought. The wisdom my tears invested. The strength my tears forged. The assignment my tears unlocked. I am not carrying my grief like a coat anymore. I am taking it off. I am laying it at your feet. I am walking away from it. I am leaving it behind. I am done with it. I am finished with it. I am free from it. Archangel Michael, I thank you. For collecting my tears. For keeping my bottle. For waiting until I was ready to receive justice. For not giving up on me. For not letting go of my bottle. For holding it steady until heaven said enough. I am ready now. Avenge my tears. Not out of anger. Out of justice. Those who made me cry will reap what they sowed. I sowed in tears. I will reap in joy. I declare, God saw every tear. God kept every one. Justice is here. Amen. Now sit in silence for 15 seconds. Just feel. Just breathe. Just be. Let heaven work. Something just shifted. Something you cannot see. But it is real. And it is permanent. And it is for you. Part 10. Archangel Michael has one final message for you. Directly from him. He is standing beside you as you read these words. He has been with you through every tear. Every sleepless night. Every moment of pain. Every silent scream. Every hidden sob. He has never left. He has never looked away. He has never been distracted. He has never forgotten. Here is what he says. You have cried. A lot. More than most. More than you showed. More than you said. More than anyone knows. More than you ever wanted to. You thought no one saw. That your tears fell to the ground and disappeared. That heaven was too busy with bigger problems to notice your pain. That your tears were too small for God to care about. That your suffering was too insignificant for heaven to address. You were wrong. I was there. Every night. Every tear. Every smothered sob. Every silent scream. Every hidden cry. Every desperate prayer. I was there. I did not turn away. I did not get distracted. I did not think your pain was too small. I did not think your tears were insignificant. I did not think your suffering was unimportant. I collected every tear. I placed them in a bottle. I kept that bottle near the throne of God. It has never been far from his eyes. It has never been out of his sight. It has never been forgotten. It has never been overlooked. It has never been ignored. The bottle is full. Too full. It exceeded its capacity long ago. It has been overflowing. It has been waiting. It has been ready. That is why I am here today. Not to comfort you. To tell you that it is enough. The time of crying is over. The time of silence is over. The time of waiting is over. The time of enduring is over. The time of suffering in secret is over. The time of wondering if anyone sees is over. Now is the time of justice. The time of restoration. The time of reward. The time of vindication. The time of healing. The time of breakthrough. The time of victory. Your tears have been transformed into blessing, into power, into victory, into justice, into provision, into purpose, into destiny. Do not cry over what was lost. Look at what is found. Do not cry over what was stolen. Look at what is returned. Do not cry over what was broken. Look at what is repaired. Do not cry over who hurt you. Look at who is fighting for you. Now stand up. Straighten your back. Breathe deeply. Wipe your eyes. The crying season is over. God saw every tear. God kept every one. And God is bringing justice. Those who made you cry will cry. That is the law. That is the word. That is the promise. It is done. It is settled. It is sealed. Type in the comments, "Thank you, Archangel Michael. My tears were not wasted." Do it now. Not later. Now. Part 11. You made it to the end. Most people did not. Most people scrolled away. Most people were not ready to face their tears. Most people are still pretending they are fine. Most people are still hiding their pain. Most people are still waiting for justice that seems like it will never come. Most people are still carrying weights that were never meant for them. But you stayed. Because you have been crying for justice. Because you needed to know that someone saw. Because you are tired of carrying your grief alone. Because you have been waiting for someone to say enough. Because you knew somewhere deep inside that your tears meant something. You were right. Someone saw. Someone kept. Someone is acting. God saw. Archangel Michael kept. Justice is here. Now go. Walk differently. You are not carrying your grief anymore. You are carrying justice. You are not holding your tears anymore. You are holding victory. You are not hiding your pain anymore. You are walking in healing. You are not waiting anymore. You are receiving. Subscribe. Turn on the bell. The next message reveals exactly who will pay for your tears. And when. Not generalities. Names. Dates. Specifics. Details. Do not miss it. One final time, type Amen in the comments. Then share this with someone who is crying in secret. Let them know they are not alone. Let them know their tears are seen. Let them know justice is coming. Let them know the bottle is open. Let them know that heaven has not forgotten. Go. It is finished. You have cried enough. Now you receive.